Jonathan Smart. I work for a company called Estonia in Europe. This is the Brayden Pro mannequin. It gives numeric objective feedback of CPR performance. There's an awful lot of information you can get. You can download the free app, it's called Brayden Pro, on the Play Store app, and it gives you the Brayden Pro app onto your Android tablet. And I've got Jenny,
James from First Aid for Life, and we're doing some training today to upskill and make sure that we truly are the first aid experts.
The specific reason why I'm here is because a lot of people have problems with going a bit too fast on their compressions and also not releasing fully. And you can see that on the app. So the mannequin Bluetooths the connection between the mannequin and the tablet. And if you just tap on the screen, you can do a number of different things. 1 rescuer, CPR, 2 rescuer, ventilations only, compressions only. We'll just have a quick look at compressions. This is the compression icon here. What you're trying to do is fill the ring here with a green colour. If you've got red here, you're going too fast, yellow here, you're going too slow, red here, you're going too deep, and red here, you're not releasing fully. And here you have the depth and you have the rate. It's fairly self-evident, so if I press start, so you'll see, it gives me a countdown. Right, now I go on the chest, and that is what you're trying to do. You see the green circle, and all the dots are in the centre of the grid below the green circle. If I start to go a bit too fast, you see the red semicircle, I go very fast, you see the dots going over towards me. And if I go too slow, you see the yellow semicircle on the other side. If I then start to lean like that, that's incomplete release. You see the red part at the top of the circle and the dots at the top of the grid. Now if I do everything correct again, put the dots into the centre of the grid and you get the green circle. So Jenny, you have a go.
Okay.
Okay. So it's telling me hands off time. You can see the clock. Now she goes back onto the chest. And from that I can tell she's going a little bit too fast and she's not leaning fully. So if you go a little slower, Jenny, and full release right away to now that's okay. Perfect. Now you see that? See the green semicircle? That is perfect. Yeah, you are doing very, very well. Perfect. Okay, let's stop. So if we stop at that point, you can see we ended up with a score, okay, and it tells me that some of the compressions were going a little bit too fast, and the release was 29%. There was incomplete release. That was both you and I together. If we then look at it in a graphical format, which you can do on the app. Okay, so these were, so put it here, these were my compressions to start with, and you can see the depth, you can see the release. That's where there was incomplete release, where the grey lines are. You can see the yellow line relates to the rate, so that's where we're going a bit too fast, a bit too slow. And then there's the gap when I handed over to Jenny, and Jenny was originally leaning on the chest, which is the reason why there are grey compressions here, and then when she got it at the end, she's got the green compression. This green graph here relates to the compression quality. And you can see the quality was good to start with, then it dropped down when Jenny was leaning, and then she brought it back up again with correct technique.
Jonathan, that's wonderful. And I think the whole importance of this is that the reason we are doing proper, good quality CPR is the better our CPR, the better the chance of survival. So as trainers, we need to be able to train you to perfection. Because in the real world, you may not get to perfection. So if we can get as close to in a training environment, then you will have a much better chance of your friend or the person you are trying to resuscitate getting recovering and giving them the very best chance, which is what it's all about. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.